Baby, this is how I be when my email go off and I get a dear winter. Let's go. First of all, I want to say I'm mad at y'all because it's been almost 2 weeks since I got one. But I got one, so I ain't going to be that mad. Let's just go ahead and read it. And so she writes, Dear Winter, first of all, I want to thank you for having this form of communication on your platform because what I'm about to tell you, I can't tell my family. What I'm about to share with you, I can't share with anyone because I was sworn to secrecy by my daughter. My baby is only 16. And while I suspected she had been sexually active, I was never prepared for her to come and tell me that she was pregnant. I was a single mom, a teen mom, and I have no idea what to do with this. While I want with everything in me to encourage her to make the right steps in securing her future and disregard the pregnancy, I don't think that's the decision she wants to make. Give me 1 second. While I do believe this is the best decision in order for her to pursue her career and to continue on with life without the responsibilities a new child will bring, I don't think she wants to do this because in her heart she feels like this young man is someone that she loves. He's her first boyfriend, her first intimate partner, her first everything. I don't care much for him, and I have tried to keep these two away from each other. What should I do? What advice should I give my daughter? What method will you have taken with your own children? Signed, a fan. P.S. My daughter is an avid watcher on your page, so whatever you say, she's going to hear. I hope that you can help us, and whatever advice you give us comes from your heart. Ma'am, why you put Auntie Winter in it? Now you finna have my niece mad at me. That's neither here nor there. Give me a couple of hours and your answer will be ready on YouTube. I gotta go to God in prayer because Winter the mother and Winter the single mother, back when I had my kids and they was teenagers, would have gave one sort of advice. But today's Winter, the woman I am today, with maturity, growth, especially intimacy in Christ, I believe my advice is going to go another way. So give me a couple of hours. Let me pray on it. Let me get in my word. And I'm going to come back, all right? I love you. And niece, I love you too. But let me go to God. Sis, I know you came for advice with my niece, but I got to start with you first. If you suspected that at 15, 16 years old, your baby was sexually active and you didn't get up and do something about it and intervene, then you dropped the ball, sweetheart. As mothers, we are taught to be careful what it is we do in the presence of our children and be careful the walk we take because they're watching us. And so she watched you juggle being a teen mom, a single mom. So she gonna be okay. You're gonna have to respect her decision, whatever that may be. You can't force your input on her because her situation not your situation. And even though you don't care for that young man is not your baby's father. So there's no guarantee that he's going to do to your daughter whatever your baby father did to you. We also got to go ahead and acknowledge that in today's time, 95% of the homes are single mother homes. And so the situation that your baby done went and got herself into, you know very well, and I'm sure she do too, that there is a very good chance that 75% of this responsibility gonna fall on her. You gonna have to put your grandma panties on, just like every woman did before you. Your mother, your mother's mother. The advice I'm giving you, sis, is the same advice that I would take myself now, today. The woman I am today, in my essence and in my growth and in my maturity. I think younger Winter would have took your same position, because too often we just sit and think about what we went through and we say, oh my God, I don't want that for my baby. She not you. Her situation may come with some similarities, but she's not you. So there's no guarantee that her outcome will be what your outcome was. If she decides that her choice is to keep the child and mother, you encourage her to succeed. You be her support. You be what you know you need to be as a mother to your daughter, as she carry this 75% responsibility. And you carry the weight of the support that young man may not come with. When she get up and pack her book bag, encourage her to pack her diaper bag and get her baby off to daycare. Make that a part of her responsibility, and you spend these next 2 years as she transitioned from being a 16-year-old teen to an 18-year-old woman, making her the best version of a mother that she can be. You prepare her for the world that lays ahead of her. You can't harbor on what you feel for him. You can't even worry about him. He can stay if he decides to stay. But most times fathers are free to go if they decide to go. It does not matter if he signed a birth certificate, if he's present in the child's life. If he decide in the blink of an eye he ready to go, he can go. And ain't nothing you or your daughter could do about it. And if he her first, her everything now, you know like I know that come 2 years from now, he ain't gonna be nowhere around. He's not the big picture. Your daughter and your grandchild is. So choose how you talk wisely and handle her with so much care. Because the more you push her to get away from that, the further you pushing her to that. Come here, niece. Come here. Jeremiah 1:5 tells us that God says before the child was shaped in the womb, he knew who it was. Before he saw the light of day, God had plans for the child. And so as your village, if your decision is to mother, we love you. And you're going to be okay. It ain't going to be easy, but you're going to be okay. But if your decision is not to mother, then we respect that decision too. I don't know where you're going. Not in the United States, not under this presidency. And maybe not even the next, but that's a different topic for a different day. But whatever your decision is, we love you and we respect you. But now let me get you together too. You have went out in this world and made one of the biggest mistakes a young girl can make. And that's giving yourself to someone at such a young age unprotected. Because the child will never be a mistake. Should you decide to keep the child, learn from your lessons, because there are going to be plenty along the way. Be encouraged. Hold your head high. And know that many women have walked in your shoes before you. You got this. You can do this with or without him. You got this. Allow yourself grace and mercy. Search for understanding. And when that mother's intuition click in, lay and bask in the wisdom and the knowledge that comes with it. And make yourself a promise not to ever make such a mistake again. And this too shall pass. No matter what the future look like, this too shall pass. I love you. I thank you and your mom for sharing your story with me. And I thank y'all for following me and supporting me. But now I want to support you. So if you all are okay with revealing yourselves to me, whatever I can give, Auntie Winter willing to give. Hugs and kisses. Don't be ashamed. And you keep it a secret as long as you need to keep it a secret until you're ready to face the world.